to see their brothers and sisters and relatives perform for you today. We are going to start with a performance by our first grade students, and then we are going to move into our leads and the chorus of our two families. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce my sister Ruth and get us started.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So we have a treat. We have 3 great songs for you guys. Okay, one, we did a song about the weather because we were learning about the weather in science and the 4 seasons. So we're going to do one about the 4 seasons, and then a fun winter song, and then another fun winter song. And on the Sophia, and Elise. Alex, I have your papers here first. Okay, these are my 5 friends getting their leaves today. And my friend Alex is receiving his leave today for friendship and compassion. Anybody know what compassion means? You know what compassion means? We talked about it a little bit. Compassion is when you care a lot about other people and you really feel for them and you want them to be happy. And Alex is the best, most compassionate friend I've ever seen in 1st grade. So I'm giving Alex's leave hugely for compassion because he cares about everybody's happiness and well-being, whether it's a good friend or someone he barely knows. Even if someone looks a little upset, he wants to cheer them up. I could think of 100 examples, but one that sticks out in my mind was when a kindergartner several weeks ago walked into school sad, remember? And Alex saw him walk by our classroom and he was very worried about him and he wanted to make sure that he was okay. And so after he was walked up to the room, later on, about 10 minutes later, he even checked in with me and he said, do you know how that little boy's doing? And I want to know how that little boy's doing. And he does things like that in our classroom every single day. This is just how he is as a person. And we couldn't ask for a more caring friend to have in our classroom. Nice job, Alex. All right, can I have Emma next? All right. See, and it like radiates. They get that from him. Thank you. All right, Emma. Emma is receiving her leave today for her smile, for her enthusiasm, for optimism, really though, in friendship. Emma is a very friendly and happy girl. She came into 1st grade a little bit shy and a little bit nervous, and she very quickly became an outgoing and very enthusiastic member of our classroom. She's always quick to offer help to a friend in need. She loves to lend a hand to anybody who needs help or might have missed directions on something. Emma will go right over to them without being asked and say, here, let me help you, and this is how we do it, right? The positive attitude and smile on her face show how much pride she takes in doing these favors for others. Emma's the type of girl who gets a lot of joy out of the little things. And when she's really excited about something, it shows, and it's uplifting for us all to see, right? Nice job, Emma. Okay, my friend Sadie is receiving her leave today for justice and for prudence, and this was a hard one. Think I had a hard time coming up with stuff for you?
I don't know.
No, I didn't. I had a hard time narrowing it down is what I had a hard time with. And on your certificate, I wrote, if I had 10 pages of paper, I might be able to scratch the surface of Sadie's good character traits. Sadie's an amazing girl with so many wonderful qualities. Among these qualities are kindness, generosity, respectfulness, thoughtfulness, fairness, and what Alex just got.
Compassion.
Compassion, yep. I made her leave for justice because that includes so many of these traits. And I also decided on prudence because she always makes very, very wise choices, academically and socially. I never have to worry that someone will be left out or won't be able to get the help they need if Sadie's anywhere near her, him or her. She's a friend to everyone, including her teachers. I love her sense of humor and her constant optimism. Come over on this side of me. You come over here, Elise, on this side of me, and you come over here, Sophia. Okay? So for those of you that don't know, we have 2 new friends in our classroom. And I am so impressed with the way that they've gotten to know our routine, and it's like they've been here since the beginning of kindergarten. So Sophia came to us about 6 weeks ago, right? And I wrote what an amazing job she did to have transitioned to a new school so effortlessly that we would never know she hasn't been here since kindergarten. And I wrote the exact same thing for Miss Elise here. Elise started, when was your first day? Monday. So she has not even been here a full week. They both came in with smiles on their faces, right? Every day. Sophia's worn that same smile for 6 weeks, right? I could tell immediately that Sophia was a very hard worker and that she loves coming to school every single day. She's already a role model for others and a very enthusiastic learner. For Elise, I added to yours that on the first day of school, you started making friends, raising your hand, participating in class. You were not afraid to just get right in our discussions and answer questions in front of the class. And I can tell she's a big rule follower just by spending 4 days with her. I wrote that both of them are a role model and that we are so lucky that they have joined our fantastic BFCCPS community. Nice job, Louise. And that's it. All right, Mrs. Setti.
Who am I missing?
Second to last.
There we go. Thank you, thank you. All right. I have 6 friends receiving leaves today. My first friend is Gia Mercurio, and she is receiving a leave for fortitude because Gia always shows perseverance and courage in school, right? Yes, because she always focuses on her work. She shows her determination, her positive attitude, and she does such amazing work in first grade, don't you? And she is an awesome friend in first grade. She helps people, she's kind to everyone, and you're always willing to help out friends and teachers. And you always make wise choices. I'm very proud of you. Awesome job, Gia. Okay, this is my friend Abe, and Abe is receiving a leaf for justice because Abe is respectful and kind. He is an honest, caring, respectful friend who always shares his enthusiasm and eagerness in our class. And he always has a big smile on his face. And I have that right here. See, Abe's warm and friendly smile and honest effort in everything he does makes him a wonderful friend in our first grade class. And we love you, Abe. Awesome job. This is my friend Marin, and Marin is receiving a leaf for temperance because she has amazingly good manners. She is polite, she is courteous with her peers, which means her friends, and all your adults that you work with every day. She shows self-control for the sake of others, which is awesome. She acts the right way at the right time, and she always has a big, bright smile on her beautiful face. And look at it has here. You are bubbly with enthusiasm and optimism, and you brighten our day in first grade. Awesome job, Marin. This is my friend Alex, and he is receiving a leaf for fortitude because I put optimism for you too. You're very optimistic. Alex is a shining star in our first grade class. He consistently has a big smile on his face. He shows a positive attitude in all situations, even when they're not great situations, right? But you show positive attitude. Yes? And also, he is a great friend, he's a great role model, and I can always count on Alex in first grade. Awesome job, Alex. Nice work. Okay, this is my friend Shannon, and Shannon is receiving a leaf for justice, for respect and friendship. She is an all-around wonderful student and friend. She showers everyone with kindness and respect. Do you do that? You do. You do. She's a kind, honest friend. She always lends a hand, and she's another friend who's a great role model and has a positive attitude in our class. Awesome job, Shani. Okay, we have a theme going on with positive attitudes and smiley friends, and this is Jack. And Jack is getting a leaf for, you're not going to believe it, justice, temperance, fortitude, and prudence. What? Can you believe that? All the second grade teachers are going to want you in their class now. Because Jack is a great friend, he consistently makes great choices, he has a great work ethic. That means you work really hard in class. He has great manners, he's responsible, he's humble, he's respectful. It's true, it's true. His parents are like, what? Who are you talking about? Are they saying that? No. Jack is an awesome friend. He's a great student, and I am so proud to have him, proud of him and happy to have him in our class. Awesome job, Jack.
Good morning, everyone. Come on up here. You have to be on stage. Here's my good friend Ivan Chan, and Ivan is receiving a leaf today for patience. So Ivan, you're a very inquisitive friend. Do you know what inquisitive means? It means your brain is always going, you're always thinking. And I have noticed that you are listening and that you like to ask a lot of questions, but you make sure you listen to everything first and you raise your hand when everything is explained if you have any questions. And you're really working on that, and I love that you do that. You're a great, great role model. You are remaining patient and waiting till all directions are given, and then you ask your questions if you still have them. And we appreciate it because you always have great questions to clarify things, don't you? Love it. Awesome job, Ivan. And this is my friend Asta Gupta, and she is receiving a leaf for, do you know what that word says?
Consideration.
Consideration. Do you know what that means? You can kind of see a word in there. It's
Considerate.
You're considerate. You consider others, and it says that. Asta always considers others. You'll hold off on sharpening your pencil when I'm talking or someone else is talking so that you make sure that everyone can hear. I've also seen you allow a friend to go first when you realize that someone might need some help right away, right? And I wrote in here that it's very rare for an 8-year-old to be so aware of others' needs. And I'm always so impressed with how mature, kind, and thoughtful you behave every day. So you are amazing, Miss Asta. Nice job. And last but not least is Nicholas Mitchell. And you are receiving a leaf for
Flexibility.
flexibility. You know what that means? Do you see this term? Read that right there.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Do we say that all the time in second grade? You have to go with the flow. You have to go with the flow. It says we all know that when we're together in a classroom with 24 other students and a lot of different adults coming in and out, things are not always going to go as planned, right? So Nicholas is a friend I know will be able to handle the changes without batting an eye, without having any problem. You just go with it, my friend. And I count on you to be a great role model in this area of flexibility, and I really appreciate you doing that every day, my friend. So awesome job.
Good morning. Excellent job, first grade. You guys did awesome. I have 6 friends today, but don't worry. I know it's hard to sit. You're going to call me Fast Finley by the end. I'm going to be nice and quick. Come on over, Emmeline. So this is my friend Emmeline, and Emmeline is getting her leaf today for temperance and for self-control and manners. Emmeline is a super role model in my classroom. She comes in every morning and she's friendly with her friends. She says hi, but she knows that her job is to get right down to work, and she knows that that's what makes you an excellent student. So I love that she sets a great example every morning right at the beginning of the day. And then she sets a great example all day long. She's always taking care of her work first and chatting with her friends after. And she's also a super kind, polite friend. She's polite to all the adults she sees, right? Are you always nice to everyone? Look at her. I mean, come on now. You can tell she's nice just by looking at that face. Congratulations, my dear. Thank you. This is my friend Bobby, and I have to say, I don't know if anyone's worked harder than you this year, Bobby. What do you think? He's been a super hard worker this year. Bobby came in this year and he was unsure about some things, but he has been working like a madman. He has been working hard on stuff that's confusing, working hard on stuff that has been challenging, right? Have you been rising to the occasion? So you are getting your leaf for fortitude. Do you know what that means? Inner strength. Right? Sticking with things, okay, rising to the occasion and being super strong. And I think you have been so strong this year. Keep up the great work. My hands first. This is my friend Madison. Madison is getting her leaf today for Prudence. Madison is another awesome role model. I have a room full of role models this year. It's unbelievable. But every time I need the class to quiet down, if it's time to make a transition, what do, Madison, when it's time to quiet down, right? She's like, listen up, friends. She knows exactly what to do. And it's friends like Madison that help keep our classroom going smoothly. And I appreciate all you do to set a great example in our classroom. Thank you, Madison. Hello. This is my friend Fiona. Uh-oh, I'm attached to you now, Fiona. Jeez. You're not going to be able to call me Fast Finley if I'm stuck to a friend. All right. Fiona is receiving her leaf today. There we go. For two things. Justice and fortitude. So she is an incredibly kind friend in our classroom. She's always looking out for other people. She goes out of her way for her friends all the time, right? You a super awesome friend. And she also is getting this leaf for fortitude, which just like my friend Bobby, inner strength. Fiona takes her work very seriously, and she does not quit until she gets it right and until she understands something. And that is a really, really important strength to have as a student. And it's awesome as a 7 or 8-year-old to already have that much pride in your work. I love it. Thank you for being awesome in our class. This is my friend Grant, and just like Mrs. Haru, she had a couple new friends. Grant is a newer friend in our school. He came at the beginning of the year. Is it hard to be the new guy sometimes? Yeah, you come in, it can be kind of scary, and it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage every day to get up and come to a place where you don't really know anyone, you don't know the routines, and things can be kind of confusing. But did you come in every day? He's come in every day, and he walks in every morning with a smile on his face. And I will tell you that everyone in our class loves Grant. He is such a good friend. He's so kind. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body, and we are so lucky that he came to our school. He got his leaf for fortitude. Again, inner strength, courage. Awesome job. Don't go anywhere, okay? We love to have you. And last but not least is my friend Bella, and just like her sister, she's getting her leaf for lots of fortitude friends this morning. So I have to say my friend Bella came in at the beginning of the year, and were things perfect in your life, do you think? No. And sometimes we come to school or we go to work and things aren't always perfect, and it can be hard to get through our day. But I have to tell you that Bella did not let that get her down. She knew what her job was. She knew what she had to do, right? And she thought about school when she was at school, right? And she has been such an awesome bright spot. She has such an amazing imagination. She always keeps us light. She keeps the conversation light, and she is an amazing role model in our classroom. Good work, Bella. You guys for me?
I have 5 friends receiving their leaves today from room 7. This is my friend Nicholas. Show them your smile. Nicholas is receiving his leave today for optimism, cheerfulness, and friendliness. And Mrs. Dunlap said something the other day that sums up Nicholas perfectly. She said he is like a bright ray of sunshine in our classroom, and that is absolutely true. Nicholas comes in every morning. He's always smiling. He's always happy, and no matter what we're doing, no matter what's going on in our classroom, he is always, always happy, and he has such a positive attitude that it's just so contagious to everyone in our classroom. You just can't help but smile when you're around Nicholas. Show him your smile. I think he's a little bit nervous, but he does have a beautiful big smile. And he's just such a cheerful, friendly friend to everybody in our classroom. And he has such a bright, positive attitude, and we just love having him. So keep up the great work, my friend. This is my friend Amelia, and Amelia is receiving her leave today for making good choices and for kindness. Amelia is a friend that always tries her best to make good choices, whether it's following the rules, doing her work, being kind to her friends and teachers, and she does it even when no one is watching, which is really amazing for a kindergarten friend. Even when a teacher is not looking, she doesn't try to fool around. She's always making good choices. She's always following the rules and doing what she's supposed to do. And she's just such a sweet, kind friend to everybody in our class, all the time, right? Are you? Yeah, she really is, and we love having her. Keep up the great work, my friend Amelia. This is my friend Max, who dressed up for the occasion very nicely. I love his shirt. Max is receiving his leave today for fortitude. You know what that means? No. For hard work and for optimism, because Max works so hard all the time, no matter what we're doing. We do a lot of writing in kindergarten, don't we, Max? We're starting to do more and more. And even though it's a little bit tricky, Max never gives up. He never complains. He just does his best. And because of that, what's happening to your writing? Is it getting better and better? Yeah. He's so optimistic, and he just has such a positive attitude that his work just keeps getting better and better. And I'm so proud of him for never, ever, ever giving up and always staying positive and always trying his best. Great job, my friend. This is my friend Mia, and Mia is receiving her leave today for justice, for kindness, friendship, everything that justice has, helpfulness, fairness, because Mia is an amazing friend to everyone in our class. Not only is she sweet and respectful and kind, but she goes out of her way to help others. Just the other day, a friend was using the markers, and the markers dropped all over the floor, and Mia came running over to help. No one asked her. She just saw that a friend needed help, and she came running over to help, and that's how Mia is all the time. No matter what's going on, she's always helpful. She's always thinking of others. She always makes Mrs. Tagan beautiful pictures that brightens my day, right? Like yesterday, she brought me a beautiful letter that says I was her BFF, which I love. Definitely my BFF here. And she's just such a kind, thoughtful friend to everyone, and we love having her. Keep up the great work, my friends. This is my friend Luke, and Luke is receiving his leave today for temperance, for self-control, patience, and good manners. Do you have good manners? Yes. Luke is a friend who always remembers please and thank you, which I really, really, really appreciate. I love good manners. Not only that, but Luke has amazing self-control. He's able to sit and listen and do the right thing. He knows when it's okay to be silly. Do we like to be silly? But then when it's time to be what? Be good, be serious, do our work, right? And he also is very, very patient and just has amazing self-control for a kindergarten friend. Love having Luke in our class. Nice job, Nathan.
These snacks. Good. There you go. Come on over here, Reese. Hi, everyone. Great job, first grade. It's so nice to see you all up there. You did a great job. This is my friend Reese Haru, and Reese is getting her leave today in the Force of Virtue for friendship and optimism. Reese comes to school every day genuinely excited to see us, right, her teachers and her friends. And she starts her day, she's cheerful, happily chats with her friends. She's ready to do whatever it is we're doing. She's often asked to play with others, right? Because you are such a fair, kind, and you're just really lots of fun to be around, aren't you? You are. And I love that on any given day you'll be playing with just about a different person every day in class. You'll play with no matter who it is that asks you to play, you're willing to play with them, and that's awesome. That's an awesome quality. No matter what we're doing in class, Reese always participates very enthusiastically, right? You love to sing. She loves to answer questions. So she's always participating in what we're doing, and I love that about you. We're so happy you got into the charter school, right? At the very last minute at the end of the summer. Very excited about that. Great job, Reese. Hi, Max. This is my friend Max, and Max is getting a leave today for good manners and kindness. Do you have really good manners? You do. Max is has just a cheerful, kind way about him. He speaks to all his teachers and all of his friends respectfully, using excellent manners and kind words pretty much all the time, right? Just such a nice way about you, Max. I can count on you to help me or one of your friends
and you're making great choices not only with your words, but with what you're doing throughout the day. I can always count on you to be doing the right thing, right? You're just my little buddy hanging out, right? You're just an awesome part of our class. We love having you, Max. Great job. This is my friend Miriam, and Miriam is getting a leaf today for perseverance, which means you never give up, right? And hard work. Miriam's been working extremely hard since the first day of kindergarten. Was handwriting a little tough at the beginning of the year, Miriam, for you? A little tough, it can be. We do a lot of writing right away. We start jumping right in and learning all those letters, right? But she never gives up. She works very hard every day. She keeps going, and now Mrs. Frangiola we were looking at some papers the other day. We're like, look at that handwriting. It is fantastic now. You never gave up, and it just shows that when you work hard at something, it really gets better, and you're doing a great job now. And I'm so proud of you, Miriam. Great job. This is Wyatt, and Wyatt, I could give him a leaf for a lot of things, but I'm going to give Wyatt a leaf today for patience and self-control, because Wyatt is an extremely calm, cool, and very mature kindergartner, aren't you? You come in, you have conversations with me, kind of like I feel like I'm talking to not a kindergartner, right? Sometimes we have nice conversations. And he knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing and is doing it pretty much all the time, right? And sometimes you have to be a little patient waiting for everyone to be doing the right thing, right? But you always are very patient. You never get discouraged about it. And you're able to be silly and have fun though too, right? I see you being silly with all your friends, but you know exactly when it's time to get right back down to business, right? And you do such a great job of that. And you're a very patient and very kind friend, and we're very happy to have you. Great job, Wyatt. And Hadley is also Super Kid this week, so what an exciting week, right? She's Super Kid, and she's getting a leaf for responsibility and hard work also, because Hadley is a kindergarten student that consistently hands in beautiful kindergarten work, don't you? You work extremely hard, you listen carefully, you follow the directions, right? And you just work really hard. Your work is just phenomenal. You've been handing in great work. And you demonstrate a mature understanding of what is expected of you. That means you're just, sometimes I don't know that you feel like you're in kindergarten. I feel like you're in second grade. You do such a great job. And you make fantastic choices throughout the day. I appreciate your willingness to help me and help all of your friends anytime we need it. You're an awesome part of our class. Great job, Hadley.
Can we give our first grade friends a great big round of applause?